What is up, people? What is up? How are we doing? How are we all doing? You guys are just gonna have to bear with me. We will get cracking. Need to roll out the community post. I actually need a stream link first. That would be great. That would be great. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I'll be with you in the chat in just a second. 2 seconds, people. I will be with you. Two secs. Okay. Where we at right now? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna ping out the Discord, and then we're gonna get cracking. Where are we? Where's my Discord at? There we go. 2 seconds. Bang. Wait, where are you guys? I can't see the chat. There we go. Nav, I see you, man. Sorry, my stream chat just did not appear for some reason. How you doing, man? Are we taking bedtime's thing now? Are we doing that? Is that how we're playing this game? Is that the game we're playing? That's his thing. He can do his thing. I haven't seen that guy's channel in a while. I don't know what he's doing. Saying that, my channel is doing straight ass right now. So I'm banking on this next video being a banger. I need you guys to pull out all the stops for me on it'll be either about tomorrow or Saturday. I'm pushing for tomorrow, but man, is taking a long time. This video is, again, it's kind of my fault for not cracking the schedule on it, but this Drickers documentary I'm working on it's cooking. It's just taking a little while to cook, so we're gonna need a little bit longer. Kind of, what's up, man? I appreciate that. Thank you. It's pretty cold here, and this keeps me kind of cozy, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep it on. Normally I wouldn't, but it's a comfy one. I'm gonna need it actually because on Sunday I'm going to Iceland, so for 5 days. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it then, more so than now. We need a catch rise now. I'm just vibing, man. I don't need one. Donnie, what's up, brother? Good to have you back. How you doing, bro? Roman, what's up, bro? How do you think should he fight next, Volk or Lopez? For me, well, what looks like what we're getting is Topuria versus Volkanovski 2. I don't really want to see that fight because I don't want to see Volk get laid out again, which I think is going to happen. Lopez, Movsar makes sense to me. That makes sense. If you were going to do Lopez versus Volk, for example, I'd do it for an interim belt potentially while Ilya moves up. But we're going to have to... Really, what this comes down to is what Ilya Topuria is going to do. That's what it comes down to, because obviously we've got the rumors of him moving up to lightweight. That remains to be seen. Whether he does, he's claimed he would vacate the belt if he does so. So we're going to find out. Dan Rodday, yeah, man, just going away with some friends for 5 days. Just a chill one. Going to enjoy myself. Really kind of just weird timing. It's just a bucket list thing, to be honest with you, man. Been meaning on going. So we're doing that. Going to enjoy it. So there won't be a video next week, but I promise you this one coming this week is going to be worth it. It's coming along pretty nicely, I got to say. Proud of how it's coming out. Still need to do the thumbnail as well, and everything else. I've got to finish the edit, which is, I'm telling you, just to put this into perspective, right, on how long this is taking, I thought about doing an editing stream. I know you guys might not be interested in that, but I thought of just streaming and editing at the same time, so you guys can just watch my work process and my workflow. But I decided against it because I was like, I need to just lock in on it. So I was editing before this, and right after this, I'm going straight back on it. So I think Chandler will fight Paddy. I think Moicano Paddy is the fight to make, to be honest with you, man. It's towards that 50k slowly, man. I can't lie. Progress is grinded to a halt, but that's all good, man. That's all good. This is with YouTube. I think the sobering thing that you have to understand when you start making videos is that it's never ever going to be smooth sailing. You know, you might have a period where you think you're the boss, everything's going really well. The next month, everything's going to shit, and it's not been a great January if you go by my last 2 videos. So that's how it is, man. But it's fine. It's fine. On the good side of the coin, if you will, the games channel is doing really well for how small it is. If you aren't subscribed to that, I'm going to do the shameless thing and link it. If you're interested in video games, it's literally just me talking off script, 10 to 15 minutes each week about video games, and the ones I love, and even the ones I don't love. So that's coming along really nicely. The channel, for how small it is actually doing really nicely. So I'm pretty proud of it. But you can check that out if you haven't seen it. I'm sure some of you guys already have. But yeah, I mean, that's coming along nicely. I've got big plans for that this year, as well as this channel too. So fingers crossed, man. Do I believe Arman conspiracy? No. Why would he fake his injury? You tell me. You tell me. Is it in Arman's interest to fake an injury the day before a fight? Is it? No. Why? Tell me the benefit of him doing that. Of him faking an injury. I do believe that Jorge Masvidal faked an injury when he was scheduled against Leon Edwards back in the day, but that's another tale. Remember you created YouTube channels for other languages, yeah, I know, a while ago. Yeah, so I don't run those. They're still doing pretty well. If you actually go on my main channel page and scroll down, you can actually find it. They're doing pretty well. The Portuguese one is on like 4,000 subs, 4.4K. Spanish one is on 3.5. Arabic's on 1.6. Those are the sort of three main ones. And the other ones are sort of slowly. We've got about 8 or 9 channels in different languages. It's great. Ricky, what's up, brother? Considering Pantoja's resume, do you think he deserves top 3 pound for pound? Clear out the entire division. I don't know about the last statement, but in terms of does he deserve to be top 3? I think so. I think he does, yeah. I think you'd put him, it's him, Topuria, and, him, Pereira, and Islam Makhachev in no particular order. I'd probably have Makhachev at number 1 now. Makhachev at number 1, he has to be. And then Pereira just below him, then Pantoja. I think that's pretty fair. Then you can start looking at other names. I'd probably put Topuria after that. Then, who else? Jones, probably. I don't value Jones's recent activity that much, so I don't put him that high. I'll still give him like a 4 or 5, like a 5th place, maybe. I think that's fair. I mean, he is John Jones, after all, as much as I do not like the man. You have to give him some leeway, but all this talk about him being top 3 pound for pound is a joke, man. He's had one fight since 2020, or even longer. How was it? When was Gone? 2021? I don't even remember, you know. UFC 285 was Gone Jones. When was that? Was that 2022? Am I crazy? Oh, it's 2023. I take that. Point is, he's barely fought. Like, he's fought 2 fights since the Reyes fight, which was in 2020, I think, or 2019 even. I don't mind my dates. I think it was 2019. UFC 2. I know the name. It was UFC 247. This happens when you edit so much. It was early 2020. There you go. So then he fought Garn and then ages and then held up the division and fought Miocic. So for me, there's no way you can put him in that top 3 conversation. So in terms of right now, pound for pound, because pound for pound rankings is based on current activity for me. So again, people are going to have different metrics for what that is and why they should. Each to their own. Games, what's up, man? 312 was pretty awesome. You mean 311, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, 311 was good. I enjoyed it. Good card. Co-main event was great. Marab won me some easy money. I was so confused. I mean, listen, go back on... Someone's probably clipped my predictions, actually, from a stream a few weeks ago. The odds line on... I literally mentioned it on that stream. You can go back and watch the archive. The odds line on that fight was ridiculous. Easiest money on Marab ever. That fight should have been like an evens pick. It should have been a pick'em. But Umar was a massive favorite, and I could not comprehend why. I really couldn't understand it. You know, it's no secret that Marab had ungodly cardio. Or godly cardio, rather. You know? Which Umar, as good as he is, does not have. And that proved to be the difference maker. So, Marab fight was good, but the crowd and Marab's antics made that fight amazing. Yeah, agreed. But that's a skill in itself. Marab does a good job in that regard. I don't see Islam beating Ilya. I think it's the best fight you can make right now outside of Jones Aspinall. So, I picked Ilya to win that fight, but mate, do you hear any conviction in when I say that? Because there isn't. You're fighting Islam Makhachev. It's never going to be an easy fight. I'm sorry. There's just not. I'd pick Ilya Topuria to win it. Actually, I would, but maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a big fan of the guy, and I do like Makhachev too. Don't get me wrong, but man, Topuria is just good. They both are. They're 2 of the best fighters on the planet. That's why I want to see it happen. Real pound top 15. Jesus Christ. All right, I'll go from the other way. Charles 15, Sugar 14, Max 13, Volk 13. I mean, you thought you mean 12. Leon 11, Jones 10. I think it's a little too low for Jones. Bilal 8. No, Jones is above Bilal. Or 9 rather. DDP 8. I think he should be a little bit higher, maybe. Actually, no, that's fair. Tom 7. Yeah, I can fuck with that. Marab 6. Yeah, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I all agree with. Except from, I think you missed. Who did you miss? I think your number's the wrong way round. You put Islam at number 1, but you've kind of missed a number, no? Or am I tripping? I don't even know. Whatever. Fine. Most of that list I agree with, to be fair. I want to hear your all-timers, though, because I saw some shit on Twitter about Lucas Tracy. As much as I like the guy, his all-time fight rankings absolutely horrendous, man. Ankalaev Pereira predictions. I got Pereira in that fight. I used to be on the Ankalaev train, but I have changed my mind. Rematch. I got Merab still, man. He's just, the pace is just too much for Umar, truly. It gets to a point where you've got to understand Umar was never cutting corners in that camp. It's just neither guy was. It's just a matter of the fact that Merab has a god, if there is a god that gave him that gift of cardio. There's nothing you can really do about it. Umar was probably in the best shape of his life, I imagine. And I know he said he broke his hand in the fight. Remains to be seen whether that's true. I don't know. But if we're talking about pure cardio, at some point it gets to a level where you plateau. You can't train it any more than you have. And I just don't see anyone beating him in a cardio in him. And that's the difference for me. I really don't. Umar would have to find a finish in a rematch. Or he'd have to clinch 3 rounds. That's the difference maker. He has to make that 3rd round is the crux of that fight if they ever do a rematch. It really is. Got some 313 announcements. I don't even know what got announced for 313. Let's have a look, shall we? You guys, this is what I'm saying. You guys know more than I do. Oh, Ankalaev Pereira and Hooker Gaethje. Right, it was. Yeah, great fights. Love those. Good fight for Hooker too. I think you give him that fight, and if he wins, fuck it, give him the title shot. He's on a nice run. Why not? I mean, there's not really any interest considering he's against Makhachev. I almost feel for him because it's like, how do you mentally deal with that when the guy beat you last time? I missed that fight last time because I went in to get a drink from the kitchen, and I came out and he'd just finished tapping him with that Kimura. Like, that's the level, man. There's no way appeal to a Dan Hooker Makhachev rematch, of course, but I don't know. What's up, Astro? Not happening, I'm afraid. Umar overtrained? I don't know, man. I think Merab is just better in terms of his cardio. That's the reality. Merab being on EPO? No, I don't think so. He's just very fucking good. And he has the best gas tank in UFC history. That's not hyperbolic to say. It's just facts. Listen, you guys know, I'm not one of those reactionary YouTubers. You guys who are regulars in the stream will know I'm not one to come out with the most reactionary, outrageous shit all the time. I just say how it is or how I feel it is based on... Like, I'm relatively conservative when it comes to MMA predictions and stuff like that. And I'd be the first to say that Merab is just that good, you know? There isn't any conveniences in Umar overtraining. Merab's just damn good, man. He's the best. He's the best. He's the best cardio in the entire history of the UFC. He really is. Name another name in the sports history. You can't. In MMA's history, rather. Good seeing Jury winning. Yeah, mate, I've nearly screamed when that happened, man. I was so happy for Jury. We all know the result of Poatan fights him again. I don't think you can say that with certainty purely because 1, Pereira's getting a bit older, and 2, it's MMA and it's light heavyweight division, man. There's always going to be that element of randomness. Jury could definitely find a knockout in that fight. It's just, of course, I would pick Pereira 9 times out of 10, but it's Jury Prochazka, man. You're going to pick someone to get a random ass knockout. It's him. Nobody beats Leon. I didn't say that, bro. And if I did, it wasn't in the sense that, you know, literally nobody beats him. I just saw stylistically in that division, I would have picked Leon in each and every one of those fights. And I stand by that. I think the best version of Leon beats the best version of Bilal. I mean, we saw that in their first fight. Actually, to be fair, that wasn't Bilal's best version, to his credit. But, you know, we're not going down that rabbit hole again. We've done it too many times. Hill took that loss. Yeah, actually, we broke this down on the pod, which was actually really fun. If you saw the really cool studio episode we did, I know the audio kind of sucks. We had some issues with it, but we broke down how it's actually quite good. We sort of debated it, how it was actually quite good for Hill. Taking this loss well, we'll be able to really build him up a nice fan base. And everyone likes a sort of redemption arc, right? And I think the door's open for that, for Jamal Hill to follow that route. So we'll see. What's up, Ali? How you doing, man? Interesting new name there for me. Rab isn't on EPO. He just has 4 lungs. I call it 5, bro. It's crazy. Where do you think Kevin Holland goes? I don't even know, man. He seems to be losing a lot of fans recently. You know, as much as I'm not a big fan of TJ Dillashaw, he kind of said how it is on the Jackson podcast, right? Saying about how, you know, Holland, he was annoyed that Holland was saying he's never going to be champion and stuff. Or he doesn't want to be champion because it's too much something. And he just called it how it is and said Holland's just making excuses because he'll never get to that level. And I think that's a fair point. That's what Holland needs to hear. To fire him up, to really... I think there is a championship level fight in Holland if he's willing to put the work in, but I just don't think he is, you know, and that's the difference. You know, you have to have a good mental game, more so than your physical one in this game, so that's how it is, man. Check the stream reacts, all right, for the full list. Where is it at? Oh, you did it on the graph thing, cool. Hang on, let me drag it over here. I can still see some of you guys. Marchev number 1, yeah. Pereira, yeah, that top 3 is pretty much bang on. In fact, the top 5, that top 5 I'd pretty much bang on agree with. Aspinall at 6, yeah, I fuck with that. To be honest with you, this list is pretty. Honestly, this list is pretty much bang on. This is pretty much exactly how I'd have it. I probably would I have Sean Strickland that high? I think I'd probably have Charles over Sean, and then apart from that, that's a pretty damn solid list, my guy. Can't lie. I'm pretty much in full agreement there. Outside of swapping Sean and Charles in that top 15, top 14 spaces, that's pretty good. Hype 5, you think he's gonna have a massive fall off this year? Well, if I could predict the future, I would have said Peyton Talbot because that motherfucker lost me more money. Listen, I had all my parlay fights hit except from Peyton Talbot, man. I still made money because of Marab, but god damn it, it's frustrating. But massive fall off. I don't know. You chuck me some names. Who's on? Let me look at the rankings right now. If we're talking hype fighters, they're probably gonna be non-ranked, but I'm gonna look at the rankings anyway. There's a lot of names you could pick in there, so I don't know. Who's going to fall off? Why is it showing me the Wikipedia one these days? I don't know. UFC website is not like the front running there anymore. So it's being weird. Rankings. Here we go. So if I pick the hype names, who have we got in the rankings of these various divisions? I'm looking, and nothing is sticking out to me, really. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I would have said Shavkat, and I still kind of stand by that. I think Bilal is going to beat Shavkat. I'm sure we'll see that fight by the end of this year, and I think Bilal is going to beat him. Could be wrong. Shavkat's dangerous, but you guys know my opinion. I never thought he's as good as a lot of people say he is. Ian Gary somewhat proved that. I don't know, really, man. There's not like if we're talking the rankings, there's not a huge amount of names there that I could sit here and say are going to fall off. But throw some names at me, man. No, I haven't, Astro. I've been meaning on it, though. Kevin Holland's 2 losses away from being cut. Nah, he's got a good name value. They ain't going to get rid of him. He said the same thing about Anthony before 310 and got trashed for it. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's just harsh, but it's true. That's how TJ's always been, really. Dana was talking about changing the way rankings work. I don't know, man. I think they're going to have some sort of council or something, right? They'll just let Dana do it, brother. They won't cut Kev. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I got a red weather warning. Fortunately for me, it's actually fine. But as I said, if you just missed before I think you just missed. I said earlier, I am going Iceland on Friday, so it is going to it's going to be pretty heavy over there if we're talking the weather. So I haven't experienced snow in a little while, so hopefully we get some out there. You know, to a reasonable amount. But I'm going to enjoy my time out there. So that will mean no video stream next week, but pod will happen. I'm going to record it on Saturday, get it out for you guys then. Because I know we don't miss an episode with the pod. We've never missed a week, and it will not happen now. So rest assured that will come. That'll go on Saturday. In-person episode will be next month. We just put one out now. If you haven't seen it, as I mentioned earlier, audio was a bit shitty, but the shoot set was really fucking cool. I hope you guys like the set. I know the angles weren't perfect. It was growing pains. We had a lot of issues with stuff, but the set itself was sick. Probably won't be a regular thing, but the other set we normally use should be. So at least once a month. So we're trying to level up for you guys. Just logistically quite difficult. Shavkat 2025. I don't hate the guy. It's just a level of hype that I disagree with and I never really fuck with. It was the Jeff Neal fight that opened my eyes and a lot of other people, I hope. That's how I see it anyway. Pete, what's up, brother? I always like the energy you bring, man. How you doing? Dwayne as well. How you guys doing? Also, I hate to some cool shit I did today. I hate to nerd out a little bit, but I decided to say, fuck it. I decided to buy The Witcher 3. They're doing like a 10-year anniversary concert in London, and I bought tickets for it because I've been obsessed with that shit again. So I'm going to see that. So if someone miraculously ends up going there as well, I will be there. So you might see me. So that's gonna be fun, but that's not to the end of the year. But I bought tickets for that, so that's pretty sick. Was cooking TikTok page? Yeah, man. Food fires. I've been championing that shit for ages. Those on Robert Izzy link up. Always happy. You know that. I'll tell you what that reminds me of. I'll tell you too. If my OBS decides to play nice, I'm gonna get this one picture up. You guys will know what I'm referencing, just probably from my sort of emotion here. I'm gonna see if I can find it and get it up for you guys. Where's the picture? No, not. Where's the picture? My reaction. There it is. This fucking photo. Can I? Can I get this up, please? Are we going to play ball? I'm trying here, guys. I'm fucking trying. There we go. There we go. Can you hear me? Yeah, we're sweet. That's horrendous cropping, but DC. That was my reaction to when we had the Rob and Izzy link up. Too wholesome. That's the one. Honestly, my OBS is so weird. I need to just sort the whole thing out. It's a complete shit show mess. But we're good. We're good. There we go. Where you guys at? Where were you guys at? We're back. We're back. We're back. Got your opinions on my pound for pound? Let's get your opinions on my division rankings. Oh, fuck me, bro. I can't look at all of this. I'm going to look at the bantamweight one because I fuck with bantamweight. Are you moving these? Marcus McGee up. Yeah, I can fuck. Yeah, Marcus McGee should definitely be higher. Okay, heavyweight. I mean, okay, no. Put Aspinall above Jones. That's fraudulent. That's fraudulent, man. Crazy work. Ridiculous. What's up, Abhinav? How you doing, man? Hope the Jamal gained respect back from the haters. He went to war. Yeah, for sure, man. He needs to just take the loss the right way. Because he's very vocal on social media and his channels and stuff and pages. So if he takes it the right way, I'm sure we'll see it. It's all in the ball's in his court. Really is. Chapka 18 finishes. Yeah, but his defense leaves a lot to be desired. Have you got UFC tickets? I tried looking. I don't think they're out yet, no. I'm not going to try and get them because essentially, when do they go on sale? When's the priority? Oh, the priority tickets are on sale now? Have I missed it? Oh, shit. Have I? I don't think they've gone on sale. Oh, they have. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Have I missed it? Well, the reason I say I wasn't planning on getting them straight off the bat was because oh shit, are they, what? No way. There's loads of tickets. What? Oh, I say loads. These resale though? How much are these going to say? Oh, fuck off, man. Fuck you, Ticketmaster. This is actually criminal, man. Look, I'm going to show this to you guys. I'm going to show this to you guys real quick. I'll catch up with the chat in a minute, but just to put into perspective, I don't know if this is a resale ticket, but this is the shit we have to deal with. Look at this shit. Look at this. Hang on. Could you see that? Look at the fucking price there. Look at that shit. One ticket, Rev. Oh, these are platinum tickets, to be fair, but still. So these aren't the official retail prices, but this is what they fucking resell for. Well, they don't even resell. They're just marked up bullshit. It's a load of shit, man. I'm telling you. General sale is going to be cheaper, but still. Awful. Awful shit, man. Such a crime. But the reason I say I haven't got them yet is because I was planning, or I'm not 100% to go to, might be going with Mixed Martial Academic, or Tom is his name, of course. So I'm waiting. He's going to try and get tickets in the full sale, so we'll see. But yeah, if he doesn't get tickets, it's whatever. I just won't go. It's not that deep. I've spent too much money recently anyway, so. But I'd like to go, of course, man. I'd like to see Leon again. Yeah, he was well. It's not my desktop, but it's my stream divider, if you will. One of my mates has been saving for a year to go to UFC London. Yeah, man, it's expensive. I mean, my 286 tickets I got them on retail. So again, I know the prices I showed you, they're not the normal prices. But my 286 tickets were like £400 each. So there you go. Or something like that. It was either £200 each or £400 each. I can't remember, but they were stupid money. What's up? Pussfield Pimple. Interesting name, my man. I'm not getting the VIP pack. Hell no. Bro, I met Bisping for free because my mate was in a wheelchair. Yeah, some of you guys might know. I know I've told it before, but some of you guys might not know that story. When I was at 286, literally the week before, the guy, my mate who was going to 286 with, he blew his ACL while playing rugby, so he couldn't walk. So he was in a wheelchair. We got to bypass all the queues and everything, and we were trying to get wheeled through the O2, the arena floor to get to our seats for the first fight. And just by pure chance, we just ran into Michael Bisping and John Anik. And I had a brief chat with John. Was running past me because he was about to go on air, but he said hi. And then I got to have a very short chat with Bisping, which was very, very cool, I have to say. Guy's a legend in real life as well. Big dude, bro. Guy's got giant hands, and don't make it weird. It's just how it is. But he dapped me up. Got to say hi. Appreciate all he does. A little bit of glazing, but you can't, you got it with a guy like him. Bills or Chiefs? I'm English, bro, so I don't even know who's better. They're NFL teams, right? I'll say the Bills. Intuit Dome on LA was empty. Prices ridiculous. They're worse here, brother. I'm telling you. The markup in Europe is stupid because they know they'll sell like hotcakes. So just how it is. Intuit wasn't empty. It's the light on the seats. It makes it look empty. Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't empty. It did look like it though, didn't it? Mixed martial arts never make some good videos. Yeah, he's a cool guy. But again, I don't know 100% if that's happening. We'll have to wait and see. If he gets the tickets, then I'll be going. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. Whatever. Listen. The thing is, they always go on resale very cheap near the end if they can't sell out. I think they'll probably sell out for this event, but they didn't for the Aspinall Tibura card. So hopefully I'll be able to get some. Which was the month in which those Dagestani fighters don't fight? Ramadan. Whichever month that is, I don't know. Front row at 241. That was Stipe DC2, right? Banger main event. 3 tickets for $1,500 nearly. Front row, oh, fair enough. And that's for 3, yeah. That's not even that bad. That's pretty good. When am I releasing a new song? Your album sucks. Is this a reference I don't get? Because I feel like it is. Am I affected by the increasingly jingoistic? What does that mean, Ricky, bro? I don't know what that means. I should know. If that's a word, I should know, considering I write scripts for a living. What does it mean? It is a word. Oh, it's derogatory. Oh my god, I had a heart attack because it said derogatory, but it's actually a word. Extreme patriotism. Okay, so you're talking about the Colby Covington fans, right? Then yeah, I don't like them. 800 quid for a single ticket is criminal. Yeah, man, that's pretty bad. But they are the resale like scam tickets. You shouldn't be buying those. And the thing is, people do. Sadly, it's how Ticketmaster gets away with this shit. Retail will be cheaper, but still overpriced. Broad, check worse, Rinya or Talbot. Talbot didn't look great, did he? It's about the manner of the loss, really. I'm sure he'll take the loss well. He'll learn from it and he'll come back a lot better. I still have a lot of faith in that guy. He's very good, clearly. It's just one of those days, man. Listen, Marab went 0-2 at the start of his UFC run. He was 1 fight away from getting cut. So you can sit here and say anything, and people are going to laugh at Payton. And sure, you got to be ready for that as a fighter. But you know, the best rise, and I still have faith in the guy to do so. We'll see. But one loss doesn't define you. And it's, you know, especially in MMA, it's even more generous in MMA than it is in boxing. So it's one of those. I'm excited to see what he does next, but he definitely needs to work on his defensive grappling for sure. Yeah, agreed. Talbot didn't look good, but he had his moments. That was that nice lateral drop he hit, and some decent striking moments there. But yeah, not great. Oh right, okay. We're doing an Ed Sheeran. I do not look like Ed Sheeran, bro. It's crazy. I don't look close to that man. Hair is a mess, bro. It's always a mess. I can never get it right. I say that's not looking bad today. Not looking bad. Will Alex fight Ankalaev anytime soon? Yeah, man. It just got announced, brother. I haven't have you behind on the times, brother. It got announced. UFC 313. UFC 313. It got announced at the main event. It's about time, brother. Been a long time coming. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised you don't know about it because we kind of like one announcement and they were like, yeah, okay, now just keep going with your lives. So I don't blame you for missing it. I do not blame you in the slightest. What is happening right now? All I just see is shit about Dana White these days. I swear, man. That's why you should get the Pimlet cut. Oh, you mean the peasant cut? Yeah, maybe I should. Or the skullet. Who was campaigning for the skullet? I mean, obviously, I would never ever stoop to that level. But you know, yeah. Alex Lee Ankalaev by KO 327 round 3. I think it'll be earlier than that, brother. Skullet was me. Yeah, it was you, wasn't it? It's not happening. Bull Pinkman saying now, I don't know. It was something about at the Trump rally. I'm watching it now. Hang on. Oh, he's actually spitting facts, you know. Rare Dana White Dana White clip that I actually rate, man. He said we can't move forward unless we stop focusing on the things that divide us and instead of focusing on the things that unite us. That's church, man. Probably ripped that off from somewhere, but I don't care. It's a good line. Yeah, I did see the Elon Musk thing. I mean, I've never been his biggest fan. I'm a keep it a buck. But yeah, that was pretty wild. How much money to get a flat top? 10 grand. Actually, call it 15. I become a casual. Nothing wrong with that, Abhinav, man. I'm telling you, being a casual is a bell curve. The start of your MMA fandom, you're a casual. Then you become a hardcore. Then you become a casual again. And that's like the ascended casual form. So there is no shame. I'm an ascended casual, admittedly. I only really watch the pay-per-views these days. I mean, I'll tune into the fight nights if they're on, but I don't stay up all the way for fight nights these days. I only watch the pay-per-views. Like, bro, there's nothing wrong with that. This is how it is. Listen, my life is MMA. I can't sit here watching it all the time. Sometimes I don't want to watch Amanda Hebas versus whoever the fuck. Hebas versus Mackenzie Dern. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch that, man. I was a hardcore fan. I still am in a way. In terms of my passion for the sport, sure. But in terms of dedicated watching, nah, man. I don't have the time nor the energy for it. Get a hair transplant like Paul Craig? I probably will at one point when I'm older. Ascended casual, just a casual. Call it, man. I've been watching MMA longer than you. I'm watching, I mean, some of you guys are OGs. Who's like the Wolf? He's been watching a long time, wherever he is. I'm sure he always pulls up into the later parts of the stream. He's been watching a long time. I mean, I've been watching since 2018, like religiously since 2019. Started in late 2018 after Khabib Conor. 2019. I was thinking about Moicano today because I remember when Korean Zombie laid him out in the first round. I remember watching that live. That was in 2019. Champion always the best fight in the division? No, of course not. Tom Aspinall, John Jones. I mean, he is a champion. If we want to get talk semantics. 1662 UFC 243, UFC 43. Well, that's just not true. That was before you were alive, I'm pretty sure. Boys wrapped up. There he is, Wolf. I was just saying your name, my man. Literally about 10, 20, 30 seconds ago. I was just talking about how long we've been watching MMA for, and I know I just said you've been watching it for a fucking long ass time. So I did skip Hebas versus Dern. I'm gonna skip Cannonier fight and the prelims of 312. I'll watch the 312 prelims for sure. Cannonier, don't know. I'm just not asked. You got big ears. What are they? I'm not gonna make it weird. I'm not gonna make it weird. Watching UFC 1. When UFC 1 was 90, I don't even know, man. See, I don't even know my fucking... I did a history of the UFC video, and I don't even know when it was. 93. Yeah. Yeah, 93. God damn. So I was D-minus 9 years from existence. So I would not exist for another 9 years until another 9 years after UFC 1. So there you go. I wonder if there was a UFC event on my birthday. Literally the day I appeared in the world. Have a look, shall we? I'm not gonna give my full. Oh, fuck it. 2002 in the UFC. No, there was one like a week after. That's cool. I'm a casual. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a casual, boys. Never is. Merab is a bantamweight GOAT. I give him one more fight and then he is, yeah. I think because of his resume, he needs less title defenses than Aljo did. Because I still stand by Aljo as the best right now. But I think Merab needs one more fight. One more good win, 100%. I'm completely with you. Because his resume is nuts. The guy's beaten everybody. It's insane. But he just needs a little bit more run with the belt for me. And then he's there. One more fight and he's the GOAT, in my opinion. Without alcohol with friends, nobody can afford pay-per-view. I can, brother. I don't need alcohol, nor friends. It's not like I don't have friends. I just don't watch MMA with friends. So, and I don't drink. So I don't need either of them. Just give me a tea or a coffee, and I'm sweet, man. My to Flukus GOAT list. I browsed through it earlier. Yeah, pretty egregious. I gotta say, terrible coach. Good to see you, by the way, man. Yeah, not a fan of it. Bantamweight is shallow. Nah, that's a crazy take, bro. Bantamweight shallow. Absolutely not, bro. What do you mean? That's a really pretty strong top 10. O'Malley, Yan, Umar, Sandhagen, Figgy, Vera, Cejudo, Song Yadong, Rob Font, Batista. Aldo just outside. Marcus McGee at 14. That's a solid fucking top 15. And I didn't even list all the names. That's about as solid of a rankings as you're going to get, man. I'm sorry. Featherweight's pretty stacked, as I'm looking at it. Damn, Featherweight's got some... Featherweight is killers in that top 15. I mean, probably the worst division right now is heavyweight, but it always has been in terms of standard. I mean, past the top 6, it's pretty rough, I got to say. It's not great. I mean, middleweight's okay. It's actually got some good names in there now. It's probably better than it was. Light heavyweight's pretty stinky, I got to say. Top 6 is pretty good, actually. Top 6 is very good, actually. And then outside of that, yeah, not great. I mean, you got Alonzo Menifield and Anthony Smith in the top 15. I mean, it's not. Let's debate. I am debating you. Merab O'Malley rematch? Neither do I. But it will probably do it because O'Malley sells. And Merab's a good name now as well, so... Khabib's camp cope is funny. I don't think they're coping, man. They're just getting on with it. That's what they do. Bellator champ Usman. Usman I'm rid of, you mean? Versus Pro, who would win? I'm backing Illy all the way, man. I'm backing that man to the end. StreamX today. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro. Let me guess. This is like fucking wanky featherweight rankings or something. Fucking hell, that noise. Jesus. Predicting every possible champ versus champ fight in the UFC right now. I'm too zoomed in. I can't actually see the whole thing. Zhang Weili, Shevchenko. Shevchenko would whoop her, in my opinion. She'd take her down. Valentina would wrestle fuck her, in my opinion. Yeah, Shevchenko would submit Pena, I think. Merab Pantoja, I think Merab would win it. Topuria would knock out Merab. I think that's a really close fight. I don't think they want to fight, though, because they're Georgian brothers. But hypothetically, I'm with Topuria. But first round knockout, don't know about that, man. Topuria Makhachev, yeah. Closest one and most likely, in my opinion. Islam decision, I think that's fair. That's a fair call. Makhachev Bilal. Islam by TKO on the feet. Bold claim. I could see it, though. I could see it. Bilal versus Dricus. DDP by late TKO. DDP will just, I think he'll decision him, in my opinion. DDP's massive, though, isn't he? Yeah, for sure. Dricus would win that fight. Pray with Dricus. Let's predict this an Alex fan, but if the fight happens at middleweight, like Alex has hinted at, Dricus would KO him. KO him? I don't know about that. Take him down and wrestle him to a submission? I would very much see that, in my opinion. Either division, I think Dricus would get the submission. Aspinall by sub round 1. I think Aspinall would knock him out. I don't think that's crazy. What do you guys think about that? If Aspinall was to fight Pereira heavyweight, I think Aspinall would knock him out in the first round. I don't think that. I think he'd knock him out in the first round. It's like when people said Aspinall would submit Blades. I was like, no, he's going to knock Blades out. And he did. Pereira Jones. Yeah, Jones by subbeds as well. I agree. Yeah. I disagree with most of the takes. But yeah, I mean, well, with some of the takes. Aspinall would 100% knock out Pereira in the first round. 100%. I'm sorry. Pereira does not have that. He has that chin down. He keeps his chin down, sure, but his hands are down. And Aspinall would knock his ass out into the second round, bro. I'm sorry. Inside a couple of minutes. That's not UK bias. Aspinall's probably the hardest hitter in the division right now, in the sport. In the UFC, I'll clarify, outside of Ngannou. And maybe Derek Lewis, but who's a more effective puncher, who's going to land the shot. Aspinall is more likely to land the shot. So when I say he's a better power puncher, that's what I mean. Aspinall would knock out Pereira 100%. Well, not 100%, but I'd be very confident. I'm sorry. Like, how is that UK bias? I think that's a solid take. Alex is not fast enough to deal with Tom. Exactly. Especially a heavyweight. He's not a natural heavyweight. Yeah, he's a big guy. He won't look as bad as some other guys who moved up there. But he won't be anywhere near as fast as Tom. Put it this way, Curtis Blades is pretty fast for heavyweight. He couldn't even get close to Tom. I'm sorry. Not a chance for me. Not a chance Alex doesn't get finished. And yeah, if he doesn't knock him out, he will submit him easy. It's not even close. Aspinall's ground game continues to be ridiculously underrated because the people who aren't in the know don't know how good he is there. He's a jiu-jitsu fighter. His base is jiu-jitsu. He's like Topuria. People don't realize that. These guys are grapplers first, but they're that good they don't even need to use them. Alex's chin at middleweight is glass. DDP would definitely catch him. I don't know. I think the distance control would be good from Alex. So I'm not entirely sure. The wrestling, though, I think so. I'm not entirely sure, but the wrestling would be the one. That would be the wrestling would be definitely probably the path for him. tough though. Oh yeah, listen, these are all hypotheticals. It sucks that they're hypotheticals, but make a bet $100 that Alex beats Tommy. Sure, man. I mean, I don't know how we can make a bet, but if you actually want to make a bet, I'd put 10 times the money on that, and I'll do it. If you're willing to put $1,000 down, I'll put $1,000 up, 100%. Isn't it? I'd put 10 grand that Tom Aspinall would beat Alex Pereira in a fight. I'm sorry, that's a crazy take. Maybe not 10 grand. That's a bit extreme and a bit dumb. I need TikTok ideas. I'm running out slowly. This is how I... Welcome to my world, man. Javier's interview with Submission Radio? No, I didn't, to be fair. I'll have a look. Let's do $1,000. Sure. I mean, cheap, talk is cheap, so we'll see, but I'd be happy to do it. Flyweight most shallow division? No. Lifetime. Okay, we're talking lifetime. That's a fair shot. Bantamweight second? No, I disagree. Heavyweight. Heavyweight second. And then light heavyweight. It's always flyweight, heavyweight, and light heavyweight have always been the three least stacked for sure. But like always, they just have been. That's just I mean I don't know, but I don't know. It's tough to call, isn't it? I mean, things like these change all the time, so like all the time. And you got to remember, like the UFC, obviously I'm not strictly speaking about MMA, but it's not like it's much older. The UFC's only been around for 30 years. It's like, think about that compared to something like football or soccer for you Americans in the chat. You know, like, night and day, man. It really is. So listen, we're really only at the precipice of this sport, which makes it so exciting. You know, like same with content creation, like we're the advent of content creation. We really are. So exciting times. Really exciting times. Whoa, that's my YouTube cap gone. There we go. Same for the rest of the camp. Bilal, Umar. Usman said Umar won the fight. I mean, it was a close fight. I mean, sure. To be honest with you, I think it was pretty easy to score. I think it was pretty clear that who won the rounds, but the fight was close for sure. So I don't blame people for picking Umar, who thought Umar won. It's fair enough. Think women-only martial arts classes are a good idea? Of course they are. For self-defense, it depends what you mean. If they're a good school, then yes, but there's a lot of bad ones out there. There's a lot of self-defense classes which are just total scams, which is quite sad. But I mean, the reality is there shouldn't be self-defense classes. There should just be martial arts classes. Like, if you want to learn self-defense, don't go to a self-defense class. Go to a jiu-jitsu class. Go to a wrestling class. Go to a Muay Thai class. Never go to a self-defense class. But unfortunately, people who don't know anything about combat sports, which is fair, it's understandable because it's a foreign world to most people. They see the idea of self-defense and, you know, these sort of knockoff fake bullshit gyms, you know, snatch these people up. So that's how it is. But if you want to learn self-defense, don't go to a self-defense class. Go to a jiu-jitsu class. As I said, go to a wrestling class, learn Muay Thai, learn any of them. That's just how it is, man. This is the way to do it. First, Umar broke his hand in first round. They switched their story. Oh, I don't care enough, lag, man. Listen, they can say what they want to say. They have the work ethic and discipline to work their way back up. We'll see. I think there's, you know, I'm sure he's annoyed he lost, but the Dagestanis are pretty mentally resilient. I think they'll be fine. DJ, Stipe, Merab, Jones for pound and GOAT are very tough to argue. Evidence of weak competition. Okay. I don't know. Merab for pound and GOAT. What do you mean exactly? Do you mean both? I don't know. I mean, DJ, if we're talking about pound for sure. Or GOAT, sorry. 100%. I think it was pretty jacked. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's lying. I wouldn't say that. This Mess Streams is down. It's a new streaming site. I don't even know. Russian link. No, I know. People keep opening my door. I don't know why. I've explicitly said not to open my door. But it keeps happening, man. And I don't know why. This is why I want my own space, boys. End of this year. In fact, I'll show you this to you guys. I probably showed this on the pod, actually. I think I did. I got my notebook roadmap right here. And one of the things in big bold letters says move out on it. So there you go. God knows I fucking need it, bro. Jesus. But I don't know any streaming. I can't give you the Russian link, Donnie. I'm sorry, man. I cannot give you the Russian link. I just don't like how they're always telling other people to be humble, yet they're so delusional. I don't think. No, they only say it to people who deserve it. They always name. They respect people who respect them, and I think that's more than fair. Flyweight barely exists. 125 most women can't make. I don't know. Well, if you're talking about which one's more stacked, I'm confused what you mean. You're losing me, Nate. You're losing me. I mean, if we're talking about the Merab fight, just going back to that, I don't think there's like. You can call that fight what you want. The thing is, I think it would have been harsh to Merab if you went the other way. That's my point. Same with like the Jones Reyes fight. Like that fight was close, but for me, the rounds were very easy to score. It was clearly a 3-2. So, like, that's the difference. A fight can be close, but it's still easy to score. Shallow division. Back in the day, I would have agreed with you, but flyweight is not shallow. Absolutely not, bro. That's such a crazy take, bro. You got Steve Erceg sitting at number 9 in the rankings, and you're telling me it's got no one in it. That top 15 is crazy strong. Like how I really don't see it, man. Pantoja, Royval, Moreno, Albazi, Kaikara France, Tyra Cup, Perez is the only one I'm red flag in there. Actually, Almabayev, Erceg. Elliott's still a decent contender at the top at this level. Not as good as he used to be, obviously, but Ulanbenkov. Charles Johnson's doing really good right now. Bruno Silva, Kai fucking Asakura, and Joshua Van. That's like the most stacked top 15 out of all of them. I'm sorry. The cultured people in this chat will know that is probably the most stacked top 15 out of any of the divisions right now. Outside of probably lightweight. And even then, I think lightweight it's comparable. And I'm looking at these other divisions. Like, welterweight's pretty strong. Welterweight's pretty strong, I've got to say. I think flyweight's more stacked than bantamweight on average. That's a really strong top 15. Oh, it's coming up funny. Lifetime. Right. No, I agree with that. That's fine. Fine. Sorry. I just went on that fat tangent. Sorry, brother. All time, sure. I can fuck with that. That's fine. It'd be that or light heavyweight for me, or heavyweight. As I said, one of those three. But if we're talking about right now, flyweight is probably the most stacked division there is. It's fucking banging. Flyweight is popping right now. Imagine the timeline when Dana White shut it down. Crazy. Discord have a live? No, it does not. And no, I will not be there if it did. Normally, bantamweight is better, but flyweight is great too. It's close. It's close. There's a couple of names at bantamweight I'm not too hot on, in the sense that Kyler Phillips, Montel Jackson, sure. Mara Batista, sure. Fine. No, I mean bantamweight's still great. Again, I'm picking at straws here, or clutching at straws. Like it's very fine margins, man. It's like I can't complain. Listen, I don't. They're great divisions. What can we say? That's only a good thing, right? What's going on here? Oh shit! Google AdSense paid me. Thank you guys. Thank you. That's down to you guys. So I appreciate that, all of you. Seriously though, when I say that, like I wouldn't be doing this. You know, I wouldn't be earning any money from this if it weren't for any of you. So thank you. You know, I can make a living out of this. Saying that, last month has been shite. Not saying that's your fault. YouTube is going to do what YouTube does. YouTube is going to push your video or not. It giveth and it taketh. That's all good. Also, I don't think Umar was necessarily being respectful when he called Merab coward and fake champ. I mean, he probably won't even control, man. That's just Ali Abdelaziz being a rat. So I don't think it was even him. I don't think he probably didn't even know that was tweeted. Olga can become a legit contender, brother. Oh, a heavyweight. I was gonna say he already is a heavyweight. No, I think he'd get wrestle fucked. To be honest with you, by anyone with good wrestling, a heavyweight would whoop him. But yeah, that's a fair shout. To be honest, he's a big light heavyweight. He could beat a lot of the guys, but heavyweight standard's terrible, bro. Trevor Peake, Terrence McKinney, that's banger. Did Trevor Peake get cut, or am I crazy? Who was it that fought the Indian guy, Jabuli, and didn't he get cut anyway? Well, did Trevor Peake did get cut, right? Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know, boys. I am the casual. He's the Irish dude. No, not him. No, I know you're talking about. Not him. Not him. The guy who fought that stupid fucking dude. The guy who fought CM Punk. He fought the guy who fought CM Punk. Jack Shaw got cut. He didn't get cut. Get cut, my guy. He retired. He retired, my guy. He didn't get cut. He retired. Flyweights and heavyweights are extremes that are also shallow. It's easy being skillful at child gymnast size. That's not true at all. The lighter weight classes you go, the harder it is. The standard is higher. It's way higher. Being the best mixed martial artist is way harder at the lower divisions. Way harder. Because you can't just rely on knockout power. You have to be so good everywhere. No, not Mickey Gall, the other guy. Not Mickey Gall. The other dude. I can't remember his name. Jackson or something. Something like, I think it's something Jackson. But the Irish guy knocked him out, and then didn't he miss weight or something, and then he got cut. I don't know. He did something stupid. I remember that. Mike Jackson. Yeah, this motherfucker. Yeah, then Pete Rodriguez knocked him. No, Dean Barry. Oh no, Dean Barry did beat him, but then he got DQ'd for eye gouging. He was whooping him, and he got DQ'd for eye gouging. I'm a casual, boys. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I straight up, I do not know anything these days. Okay. Bankat Shadow? Based. What's up, Jackson? Good to see you in these last few minutes. What do you think they do with Gelson Almeida? I'm not a fan, but Spivak fight was... Yeah, he looked better there, didn't he? Entertain me more. Jax, bro. I don't know. I mean, he's in that circle of top 5, isn't he? Give him Garn. Give him the Garn fight. That makes sense to me. You know, I think Garn deserves a step down, even though I know he's in the win column. Give him Cyril Garn. Makes sense. My GOAT, big country, Roy Nelson. True GOAT. I'm a Mick Parkin enjoyer, personally. Big Mick Parkin is my GOAT. Should I say I called Talbot getting fraud checked? I mean, anyone can call it in there. It's going to happen at some point. It's never sustainable. I'm not disputing your claim. It was a good call, but it's going to happen. You know, you can't... Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And by crown, I just mean a shit ton of hype on top of your head. AKA Peyton Talbot situation. So it's just, stuff like that is difficult to get through, you know. The bar just keeps raising. No one's ever really satisfied with how good you are technically and your performances. They always think you need to do more. Relative strength is highest at flyweight. You can move faster, change direction, not be scared of a KO, fight out of tough positions easily, not gas. Yeah, it's relative, but like in terms of if we're talking from at the highest level of mixed martial arts, the flyweight is that, in my opinion. Flyweight and bantamweight are the two highest. Because, I mean, I guess you could meet in the middle. Because I get what you're saying about the knockout power. There's a lack of that to an extent. Hence why I'd probably say bantamweight. Bantamweight is like the sweet spot where guys get finishes all the time, but you still have all the elements of a nuance of the flyweight speed and technicality. That's why I'd probably say bantamweight is the highest technical level of MMA. Luca, was the fighting business when? I don't know, bro. I tried reaching out to him like ages ago, but he didn't get back to me. But he's a busy dude. It's fine. You can't hold that against people. It's just how it goes, man. Practice Brian Battle, banger fight. I like that a lot, Pete. Great fucking fight, that is. Good shit. That's a good match. You should be on the matchmaking team, bro. That's probably what I would make if I thought of it. But I didn't. I did. Talbot's truly real Sean O'Malley. Okay, steady on. He had to get a quick pit stop loss on the way up like Sean. Well, Sean's was, as much as like I didn't agree with the way he went about it, Sean wasn't really wrong. He kind of was unlucky with the, you know, with the whole dead nerve thing, you know. Sure, it's a fight, anything can happen, but you know, the Vera rematch proved that he was a cut above, and he always was above Chito Vera, really. So Talbot's was much more decisive, so I wouldn't say they're exactly the same. DJ Benavidez, Pantoja Lapping. I'm talking pound for pound and GOAT. They're fighting guys that aren't near their level. Well, I just think they're two exceptional mixed martial artists. Can you apply the same standard to guys like Tom Aspinall, who's whooping everybody? Or John Jones, who's been whooping everybody? I think you're just talking about great fighters. That's just how it is. I don't think it's really reflective that... I don't think it's to say that the competition is not very good. It's just that they make them look like a joke. This is the difference. These fighters are that good, they make them look like they're crap. You know? Like, you're going to get fighters. There's a few fighters who are just like that. DJ is one of them. So is Pantoja. Pantoja's fighting legit guys. That doesn't mean he's not fighting guys at near their level. Sure, I mean, I guess by definition he is, but that's just because he's that good. Dream rises to the top, man. How it goes. Figure Sandhagen will be announced in a little while. I hope so. Great fight. I mean, I'd rather Sandhagen O'Malley, personally. It's not that they're super good. It's that the competition isn't that good. Yes, I do feel similarly about Jones and Aspinall. I'd say I agree with you more if you're talking about heavyweight, to be honest with you. I think heavyweight is egregious. I think heavyweight is the lowest standard in the whole company right now. Outside of that top 5, it's really, really abysmal. It really is. So, to that extent, I agree. Because it's more widespread. So the golf and quality is more widespread. That's why I'd agree with you there, your point, but only about heavyweight, not about flyweights, in my opinion. Even of all time, because I think flyweights over the last few years have been really good, to be honest with you. They've been good for a long time. Flyweights aren't dangerous. Tell that to Steve Erceg, brother. Or Kai Kara France. You know? I got to disagree with you there. I think it's MMA. I think wearing 4-ounce gloves makes anyone dangerous who can throw a good punch. Obviously, there are outliers and, you know, discrepancies, but that's how it be. I don't know. Listen, we can go in circles on that all the time. I don't know. Worst accent to have? That's a good question. Probably. What's that shitty Canadian one that people fake? That one. Is it the Toronto one? Is it a Toronto accent? They basically just ripped off Jamaican and London slang and bootstrapped it to a Canadian accent, and it's possibly the worst thing humanity's ever decided to conceive. So probably that, or I don't know. Scouse probably. It's up there. Pretty crap. Sean seems to be getting title shot. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't. But again, there's not really an appeal, is there? Who'd you book against Merab? No one wants to see a Yarn rematch. Umar, maybe, but I think he needs to take another fight. Sean, the appeal's not really there from the core fan base perspective anyway, because Merab made it pretty sound. But, you know, I'd rather see the Sean fight than I would the Yarn fight for sure. Figgy's too far off the top to get a shot straight off the bat. I don't know. I'd like Pantoja maybe. Pantoja to move up against Merab. That makes sense to me. It does. I like that. Sandhagen, maybe. Without trains of Corey? Oh, good point. Oh, I don't know, you know. That would be good. If you mean Cara France versus Carp. That's a good fight. Yeah. I think Cara France deserves a title shot, though, to be honest with you. I think that's harsh. I think Carp needs one more fight. Kai Kara deserves the title shot. If Islam beats Shavkat, JDM, and Ilyashim, you mean? He has to be the GOAT. He's up there. He's not far off it. But beating Shavkat, I don't know. He could do it. JDM, I think he beats, yeah. Umar beats Merab. He just needs to clinch 3 rounds. That's what it came down to. And no, I don't think he overtrained. I just think he didn't... Listen, he still set a good pace. You got to understand this. Umar set a good pace in that fight, even into the championship rounds. But Merab is just unrivaled. Merab made him look super tired. Umar was tired, but Merab is just different ballgame, man. So the discrepancy looks worse than it is. You know, Umar set a good 5 rounds against Sandhagen only 1 fight ago. He can go 5 rounds. It's just Merab can go 5 and like he's not broken a sweat. Easy means good at 125. I disagree. I'm not going to debate that anymore, though. There's no point. At least it's a healthy debate, though. You know, you're not screaming and shouting. Not that you guys can do that over text, but some people bring all the wrong energy to these debates. So I'm glad you aren't doing that, Nate. I appreciate the words. Most unorthodox strike in the UFC, Dricus Duplessis. Oh, the only reason I'm saying that is because I've been doing a video on him over the last week. So, Fly was absolutely the most shallow of all time. Okay, fine. We can agree to disagree. Only way to beat Merab is to give you everything in 1 round. It's the check left hook. That's what it is. It's the same thing Marlon Moraes caught him with. It's the same thing Henry Cejudo caught him with. You need, outside of those clinch exchanges, you need to land that left hook. To be honest with you, I'm surprised Umar was not looking for that in the fight. It's his one weakness. It's those pocket exchanges coming off a clinch. Merab leaves his chin out with his hands down to reset. And he's got caught multiple times from that shot. And for some reason, Umar and his team didn't look for that. I guess maybe they didn't want to risk the takedown stuff, but saying that Umar's wrestling is good, so they should have backed it. Don't know. Maybe again, I'm a fucking sitting on a fucking chair, you know, only with a like a sample amount of jiu-jitsu experience trying to waffle about this. So I don't know shit, but that's what I would have said. Pantoja Marab, yeah. Roval Cup, I like that. No, give Kai Kara-France the shot. Fuck Albazi. He robbed him in the last fight. Don't give Albazi the shot. He's been out too long. And he just got his ass handed to him by Moreno, didn't he? So no, give the Kai Kara-France the shot. He deserves it. I love DDP. Making this dog has made me love him even more than I already did. What's Pantoja's path to victory against Marab? It's cardio versus cardio, isn't it? And he's still, I don't even know, you know. You're right. This is what I mean. I just like it because stylistically it's a fun fight. Do I think Pantoja wins? No, I don't think so. But Marab's not a huge flyweight. He's just strong. He's not that big for the division. He's just very strong. I don't even know. It would just be an absolute dogfight, and that's why I want to see it, man. That's the reality of it. I got no opinions on path to victory for Pantoja. I just want to see a great fight, and if you put those two together in a cage for 25 minutes, that's what you're getting. So I know he's not lag. It's a good point. It's the same reason I regret my Sean O'Malley pick against Marab, because he's a completely different striker. He's not an inside striker, and I don't know why I never really made that. I thought Sean would be able to make the adjustments to look for that left hook, but he's just more of a rangy striker, you know, down the pipe, and that just doesn't work against a guy like Marab, who's too elusive in those sort of outer ranges. You know, it just doesn't work. Why Sean never landed really flush with the fists in that fight? Because you just can't hit that guy. You know, from those positions, you can't hit him. Kai Kara-France versus Albazi 2, so Kai Kara-France can get revenge. Nah, I think if I was Kai Kara-France, which I'd rather have? I'd rather have the title shot. So I'd rather he get the shot. Little Boy hiding a zombie knife under that North Face. Thankfully not, because that's dumb. But anyway, guys, I am going to have to, on that strange bombshell of a comment from email. Good to see you, brother. I am going to have to love you and leave you. I've got some food to eat, some more editing to do. Really, really trying to push this video out for you guys for tomorrow. I will try my best to get it done. It's just a long one, and if it's not, it'll definitely be out Saturday, unequivocally. It'll be done. You're going to get it. It's going to be fucking awesome. Stay tuned for that. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. As Dustin Poirier would say, stay hydrated. And I will see you next week. I'll see you next week. Podcast at the end of this week, though. All right, in a bit.